Hey guys, Troy here, back with another video today. And we're here to talk about the crazy start to the season some of the youngest stars in soccer are having. And as a result, what their card prices are doing. Investing in these young players, I'm talking about like 17, 18, 19-year-olds, is really, really tough. I actually made an entire video just dedicated to that topic. I think it was my second video ever, so go check that out. But honestly, it for sure is one of the most fun things to do. And shockingly enough, if you had done that before the beginning of this season, so far it's worked out really great for you. Especially if you had invested in a guy like Ansu Fati. The 17-year-old attacker for Barcelona has been on fire for Barcelona. He's looking like a must-start player for one of the biggest clubs in the world at such a young age. He started in Barcelona's first La Liga match and had 2 goals. And more importantly, Barcelona played a style where they weren't really just relying on Messi, and they looked for and sought out players like Ansu Fati, showing that at such a young age, he already has the respect and trust of his teammates and coach. He was already one of the brightest young players in the world, but I think it was kind of unclear necessarily how big of a role he would play for Barcelona, which at such a young age of 17, there's no shame in coming off the bench for a huge club. But he really looks to be a player who's frequently going to feature in the starting 11 this year. And his card prices have certainly reflected that. His Contenders rookie red Team All edition that I recommended for you guys to buy, I think about a month or 2 ago. I bought that card for $130, and now we have multiple sales in the last week of that same card selling for $300. So his prices are definitely trending upwards, and they have gotten to a pretty insane place. But for once, this isn't really a buy or sell video. I just wanted to share what their prices are doing because I just think it's really interesting. The next player is Giovanni Reyna, the young American attacker for Borussia Dortmund. In 2 games, he's started both, and he even picked up a goal. Once again, just like Fati, a very talented player, but who is looking more to maybe be coming off the bench with all the talent Dortmund has. But seeing him start their first 2 games in the Bundesliga is a really encouraging and great sign. Dortmund suffered a pretty bad defeat in their second match, but even still, because of Reyna's increased role, his card prices have continued their pretty crazy rise over the last 2 months. Now, I don't want to bore you guys too much with my personal stories because no one wants to hear all that. But I really just have to get this one off my chest. When Giovanni Reyna's Topps Chrome Bundesliga rookies came out, they were going for $50 easy. You could even find some under. And I got offered 2 of them in addition to his international flair cards that are actually selling for a lot now too, for $125 shipped. And the guy mentioned that both cards had a small dimple or just a really small imperfection on them. And I just decided, okay, let me not rush into it. I'm just not gonna buy. And since then, those cards have absolutely skyrocketed, going from $50 all the way up now to a solid $250 raw. Unfortunately, I feel like my takeaway from that story is I should just buy everything I get my hands on, which is 100% not what you should be doing, especially with these young players. But in the case of Reyna, it seems like it actually would have worked out for me. So that's definitely one that got away. I'm not bitter, but I'm happy to see Giovanni Reyna doing really well. The last player I'm going to talk about is Joao Felix, the young attacker for Atletico Madrid, the Portuguese kid who signed for 113 million euros, which, if I'm not mistaken, was Atletico Madrid's biggest ever transfer. He was actually on the team last year, didn't have a great season, didn't make much noise. People were even already calling him a flop. Did not have as much hype going into the season as people like Fati and Reyna. And his card prices kind of reflected that. His Topps Chrome Champions League cards were going for under $50. But in his first 3 matches for Atletico Madrid this season, he has 2 goals and 2 assists. A great return, and he's looking really dynamic out there. And now his Topps Chrome rookies are inching up towards $100. So it's great to see him rebounding and showing a lot of talent, especially since he had a rough first season at Atletico Madrid. But especially in soccer, for these young kids moving to new teams, that's kind of bound to happen. So we'll see how he does the rest of the season, but maybe it'll be a lesson we shouldn't be writing off these players so early. All right, guys, that's it for the video today. Quick one, but I just thought it was really interesting that literally maybe the 3 names that people would bring up as the top young players in the world had such great starts to the season, and I kind of wanted to see and share with you guys what their card prices have been doing in response. I hope you liked the video. Make sure to like and subscribe down below, and we're gonna keep them coming. Thanks again.